everybody, welcome back to the Chiquel YouTube channel. My name is Amanda and I'm here today to give you a review of Stop Traffic, this wig on my head by Raquel Welch. But before I dive in, I'm going to remind you to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel where you can learn even more about alternative hair. Okay, you guys, look how stinking cute this is. I really love this one. I really do. There are so many wonderful things about this. It is not only stinking cute, but it's also really comfortable. So let me start talking about this and fill you in on everything. Okay, to start off, I'm wearing the color R1621S. This is called Glazed Sand. And this color is essentially just like a honey blonde color. And then we do have some more ash toned highlights all over it. So it's a nice neutral to ashy tone. So Stop Traffic is made from just synthetic fibers. These are not heat friendly. So you could not take a hair straightener and straighten this all out. No heating tools should be put on this or else you're going to melt the fibers. You could put a fabric steamer on this, as synthetic fibers can withstand fabric steamers. However, I just think this style is adorable the way it is. I don't see why anyone would want to change anything about this. But fabric steamers would be fine, but any dry heat, no. The one thing I do find about Raquel Welch's synthetic fibers, and you know what, almost any other brand of synthetic fibers too, to be honest, is that they are shiny. So I don't know if you can see it as well, but I find that sometimes when I pull these synthetic pieces out of the box, I'm like, it's shiny. And it's maybe because I wear a lot of heat-friendly fibers, I find, and heat-friendly fibers are a little bit more matte. They're not as shiny, they're a bit more dull. So then whenever I go back to wearing just a plain synthetic wig, I think I get a little bit overwhelmed from the shininess. However, that being said, over time with synthetics, you will find that the shine will dull after wear, after washing it several times. It's going to dull down. When you get it fresh out of the box, there's going to be like a silicone coating on it to help sort of keep it fresh and nice and soft and smooth. And as you wash it, that coating is going to start to go away, and that's going to help get rid of that shine so it's not so blinding. But that's just one thing to note. I find that a lot of people get their synthetic wigs and they just immediately are like, no, it's too shiny. I agree, but give it some time. You can also spray some dry shampoo all over it to help reduce the shine, if that's helpful for you. And if you're someone who is worried about the shine, I find that more dimensional colors are better for synthetics in terms of making it not so blinding. Also, wavy synthetics are better as opposed to a straight style. I find when it's just straight, it's just glaring off of that one straight piece, if that makes any sense. Whereas if it's wavy, it's like different opportunities to blast the sun off of, whereas it's not all in the same spot. I don't know. I have this thought in my head and it's not coming out properly. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if you know what I mean. All I'm saying is that wavier synthetics and more dimensional colors make the shine look less shiny. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about this style. So I feel like this is just the most perfect shaggy look. We have these bangs that are textured. They're not too full. They're very light and feathery at the ends, and there's not too much of them. You don't feel like you're just covered in bang. They're just feathered and textured just enough so that they're nice and light. You can of course cut the bangs if they are too long for you, if you do decide to pull them forward, or you can always even sweep them to the side if that's more your style. So there are options, of course. Synthetic wigs you can cut, guys, you can cut them. However, I don't recommend cutting them too short because then you run the risk of them sticking out and not going where you want them to go. There's like not enough weight to them to get them in the place you want. So when it comes to cutting bangs on synthetics, make sure you do just little bits at a time so it's not too short and doesn't suddenly start sticking straight out. But it is doable. Oh, I think if I had this, I would probably cut the bangs just a smidge. We do have about a 4.5 inch bang here. So keep that in mind. The lengths on the rest of this are about 8.5 inches from your sides. We do have about 10 inches from the crown here. And then from your nape, right at the back here, we have about 7.5 inches in length. So this has a really nice layered, choppy, wispy effect, I find. It's not perfect. These waves are just ever so slight. It's messy, it's funky, it's shaggy. It's just, I think, amazing. So this piece is about, in my opinion, it's about a light to medium density. I find with all the layering going on, it makes the ends a little bit more feathery. At the top here, it still does not feel like it's too much hair. I wouldn't go as far as saying this is a light density wig, but I wouldn't even go as far as saying it's like truly medium. It's like almost medium, but not quite. The one thing that would maybe make you feel like it is more of a medium density wig and like there is more hair than you would perhaps expect is that there is permatease on this. Stop Traffic is made with a permatease top and it is open wefted throughout the cap. I will take this off in a minute and actually show you the insides. But in terms of the permatease, it is very heavily coated in permatease. However, it's not a super thick layer. You're not gonna feel like it's overdone and it's too fluffy. It's just a nice natural layer that gives this that shape it needs while not making you feel like you're wearing a helmet on your head. So we do have permatease all around the top here. There is some at the crown. However, it's not too much at the crown. Like I said, it's not overdone. It's there and you can tell it's there, but it's not overdone. There's permatease throughout, all the wefting in the back, and it's almost like it gets a little bit more towards the nape even. There's a little bit on the sides as well. So I mean, technically this whole cap has permatease, but don't be afraid. Don't be afraid by it because, again, it's so cute. Okay, something that this cap does have though is a monofilament crown. So I know I said that this has a permatease top and is permatease everywhere, except for this one little circle here, which is called a monofilament crown. Now, this is really great for adding just a touch of realism so that you're not left with a part line that has the permatease fuzzies in it, if you know what I mean. So permatease is a short-haired crimping effect right at the root of a wig. And it's there to help create lift and volume. It's there to help disguise any parting. And it's there to help hide any wefting. So in this case, though, you cannot physically see any permatease on this. So we do have this monofilament crown, and I find this is really great because this is where all the hair sort of like spiders out of. Like it starts here and it just spiders out of there. So there's not really a part line on this wig at all. It's all just coming from here in this spidery kind of formation. And I find it adds just enough realism to make this wig just, again, adorable. How many times can I say it? It's adorable. And of course we do not have a lace front. So usually I would 100% recommend a lace front on wigs, except for when you have a bang. Bangs, of course, cover your hairline, making it so you don't need to have a lace front to make it look like it's growing from your scalp. So these bangs are covering it. However, one thing with this piece that I can even see here in the camera, do you see how you can almost see through the bangs to that? I don't know. You might just need to be careful with your bangs if you are not wanting to sort of see through to the beginning of the wefts. So be careful with the bangs, maybe bring a little bit more forward. Also, I think that it would be less noticeable on a darker color. So there's that. Anyways, that's just one thing to look for, because I can still kind of see through a little bit to that. However, that being said, if you're not looking for it, you're not going to see it. So someone like walking down the street, passing you, they're not going to be like, ah, what is that line on your head? They're not going to know. Nobody's going to know except you, to be honest. But it could be something that's on your mind. Okay, let's carry on. I should add that this is a really nice light and airy feel on my head. I don't feel like I have too much hair on here. The texture of the fibers is nice and fluffy. It feels comfortable and like I don't have too much on my head. In terms of the fit, I find that this fits pretty true to average. I am personally a petite size. I am what am I? I'm 20.5 inches in circumference, 11.5 front to nape, and 11.5 inches ear to ear. So I find that it's a bit big on me, of course. I would cinch the circumference in, and it would fit totally fine in the circumference if I brought the adjusters in. In terms of the ear tabs on me, they are sitting right at my crease. So sometimes if you have a measurement like me, you might find that that's a little bit uncomfortable because it is sitting like right in my crease. Sometimes you would want them to just sit like a touch above so it's not digging into your ears. But it is sitting right above my crease, or right sort of on my crease on both sides. However, that being said, I would still wear this piece. Okay, let me take this off. Let me show you the inner workings of this. So here's that monofilament crown I was referring to. This is a lace-like material that's put right at the crown here and hand tied. So all these pieces are hand tied to give you more of a natural appearance right at your crown like I was showing you with it on. All of this around here is machine sewn into these wefts, and there is permatease within these closed wefts here. We do have a nice velvet strip at the front, which helps make it a little bit more comfortable. If you have a sensitive head, sometimes lace fronts or full monofilament tops, they're a little bit itchy and they just don't feel quite right. So having this velvet strip is always a really nice added bonus. And these velvet ear tabs with, of course, the metal stays in them that help keep it flush against your temples. Here's our open wefted cap, nice and stretchy, breathable. And I think this definitely plays a role in helping to make this wig feel light and airy and feel really well ventilated. We do have an extended velvet nape here, really comfortable, and then your Velcro adjusting straps. So again, I would move these straps in for me. This is fresh out of the box, so I haven't done anything with those, but I would definitely move those in. Also, lastly on this piece, we do have, I don't know if you can see in the light shining here, but along these vertical wefts, or these vertical elastics along the wefts, is sort of a silicone material here. And that's really great just for an extra added grip to your head, especially for someone like me who doesn't have any hair. It's kind of nice for a bit of extra security. So that is our cap for Stop Traffic. I'm gonna put this one back on. So this is just a really easy one to style, I find. You put it on, you can just do a little bit of fluffing, and she's ready to go. I think she's meant to be that messy look. And when you have a style that's just meant to be messy, then you don't really need to do a lot to her. However, that being said, I would totally suggest some kind of styling cream or wig wax or sea salt spray to add to this to help give these fibers a little bit more dimension and bring out this natural style that it has in it. This would be really cute in a half up, half down. Can definitely fit in one of those. How sweet is that? This could also fit in a low pony if you want it. It's a cute little low pony. I always like pulling out some little messy bits on the side here. One of my biggest tips when you are styling your wigs is to make it messy. The messier it looks in general. I mean, don't make it too crazy, otherwise that's just crazy. But if you make it a little bit messy, it's gonna look more natural. You don't want it to look too perfect, but it does fit in a cute low pony. There are options. Oh, and a headband would be really cute with this one too, of course. Anything with bangs and headbands would just be adorable. In fact, I'm gonna go get one and show you. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Here's just a cute little simple headband. I would almost bring it back a little bit where the fiber's coming out of the crown. And there you go. All of a sudden, just a really cute, simple style that adds a little bit of extra to it. All right, I think I've said everything I need to say about stop traffic. If this is a style you're interested in, then make sure you go check it out on our website at chiquel.com, chiquel.ca if you're in Canada, or chiquel.com.au if you are in Australia. But for now, I am going to head out, let you guys enjoy your day. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.